Alright, let's add some extra pieces for complementing the armor of the character. Initially, we'll need a cylinder with this size and shape, which will become a strap. Once we get a piece like this, then we start to adjust it. First, I'd suggest to remove these inner edges. They would only cause issues. It doesn't matter we are getting these big polygons at the moment, because we'll polish them later on. Let's adjust the distance of this face, respecting the body, getting as close as possible. Once we get it, what we'll do is to delete the following polygons. What we'll do now is to add certain thickness. Once we've deleted the polygons we don't need, we'll add the thickness to the piece. And change this polygroup over here. We'll make this strap to go over this one. Well, this polygon is getting too long, then it's just about inserting. Let's add some subdivisions to this piece, but first, let's add a couple of edges. That's for getting the polygons with a similar size. Let's add then the subdivisions. Alright, let's switch for a moment to DAM standard, and let's make some lines. Let's grab inflate for a moment. Activate this alpha. A bit sharper, could be. Let's grab this one. This is the one. And we'll add a couple of dots. By using drag dot, we'll make sure the dots will be located on this side. They'll be the exact same size as this one. What we'll do now, we'll create a buckle for carrying on. Simply, let's delete the pieces we don't need. And we'll add the buckle. Delete hidden. And start adjusting it a bit. I'd say this is more than enough. Add some crease to the edges. Important. And we place it where it belongs. Some last touches using Move, and add subdivisions and adjust it a bit. Quite easy, with no problems. We apply techniques we've already covered and notice that quite quickly we can generate new pieces. Let's continue with this other piece, and what we'll do is to create a couple of straps. We'll basically use the same we've done over here. Simply a cylinder this way, and start adjusting it to make it match to the size of the character. Once we make it match, I'll show you why I like getting rid of these inner edges instead of leaving them visible. When applying these adjustments using the brush move, especially on such a thin geometry, what is going to happen is that the polygons will be quite deformed. For instance, over here, we can tell it looks pretty bad. Some are crossing over others. Over here, it looks horrible. That didn't happen over here because we didn't have inner edges, only the ones on the borders. Over here, then, we'll also remove these inner edges. And you'll see the big difference it's going to make. As you can see, this shape starts to look way better, but when the piece doesn't have as many inner polygons, it becomes way easier and the geometry looks way more organized. For instance, over here, there are some we can remove. And this inner part, we'll remove it. So let's adjust this width. Until we get a thinner piece. Alright, we are getting the basic shape for the character. And now, what we'll do, simply, is to add the thickness. Add a crease to the borders. And add a couple of subdivisions. What we'll do now is to smooth the edges. And start making some kind of lines. We'll make them using Dam Standard. And now by using Inflate, what we'll do is to start filling this. These squares we've got here, we'll make them a bit more round. At the end, we end up with a piece like this one. With every step, we get a more complete character. Let's just adjust some heights. With this, we've already got two pieces of our character. It's now about adjusting it slightly. It's basically that. Alright, we'll continue in the next video, adding some pieces. But before we finish this video, let's define your assignment. I want you to take these pieces you have already made and we'll duplicate them. The idea is to generate another belt like this one over here and another one of these belts to hold the plates up here. These obviously have to be placed above the bandage. I'll also develop the assignment and I'll show you the result on the next video.